Well, these challenging economic times have really been tough on folks, especially here in San Diego. And everybody's situation is a little bit different, but we do share some common challenges here. So Steve Sexton is here from the Sexton Advisory Group this morning to try to smooth out some of the bumps in the road here right now for us. Good to see you this morning.
Thanks, Mark.
What are you finding in your business? Is it getting better? Is it worse? Or are we right in the middle of something and we just got to keep treading water?
Well, we're right in the middle of a lot of things. We obviously have unemployment. We obviously have city, states, municipalities. They're trying to pay their pension bills. They don't have the tax revenue. And it's a very uncertain time for many people, especially in the financial planning industry.
I know a lot of folks they pull the sheets over their head in the morning and they don't even want to get out of bed because it's just going to be one challenge after another. Where do you start? How do you put one foot in front of the other and start to work your way through this?
The first step of taking control with anybody's financial situation is understanding their personal situation first. You have to understand where your money's coming from, whether it be Social Security, pensions, income, whatever the case is. And then understand, hey, where are my expenses? Most people I talk to don't have a complete handle on their expenses. Once they have a complete handle, and I'll give you an example of that, I have a client that said, hey, I spend $2,000 a month, but she forgot to add in the 2-day Starbucks habit,
right,
which is another $400, and then the little cards that she does, the jewelry that she does, that actually is another $1,500, and she figured out, oh my God, I have a $4,000 a month nut. And then compare that to her income, and she realized, oh my God, I'm taking $1,000 out of my savings every month. And a lot of people don't just sit down and figure that out.
So how do you do it? Are you a proponent of just keeping a log for a week or two and just writing down every penny that you spend? Is that helpful?
Well, I recommend people take 3 months of expenses, get their checking account, their ATM card, anything that they can figure out where that money's going. Okay, that's the most important thing. Just write it all down and see where it is, because then you're going to come up with some averages, and then you can figure it out, and after that you can figure out those emergencies that you got to plan for.
So what do you generally advise people to spend versus save?
Spend versus save. What I really like to advise people on when it comes to something like that is it's unbelievably important to focus on what your priorities are. Okay, so if that's the house, that's the food, that's the getting the kids, paying for the kids' school stuff, all that's the most important. It's putting food on the table right now for some people.
So prioritizing, and what's really important to you is where you start along with getting a handle on the numbers.
Oh yeah.
Now you do a seminar, and I want to kind of alert folks to this so that they can come see you. But what kinds of things do you talk about, and where do you do these?
Well, we do these at various places for our clients. I also do a number of workshops for hospice centers, mortuaries for people who are about to lose a spouse, have lost a spouse, because they spent the last 6 months to a year in a fog dealing with the emotions that go along with that, and now they've got to organize, prioritize, and take control of things. And a lot of times they just haven't. They've let it all go. So we do a workshop and provide a workbook for that. On my other workshops, they're public workshops. In fact, we're doing one tonight. Tonight's really focused on what's going to happen with our tax situation and how to stop the money from falling through the cracks there, how to stop the money from falling through the cracks when it comes to the investments, also buying the best merchandise at your retirement, understanding your priorities, because Mark, some people have priorities that are, hey, I want to fund my kids' college.
Right.
Hey, I want to fund my grandkids' college. And I have some clients that say, Steve, you know what? I want to spend all my money, and when that last check bounced, I want to be 6 feet under the grass.
You want to be standing there with your last penny in your hand, reaching up, going, take it, and be gone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it really is a very individual thing. Is there room at the seminars or the workshops for people to still sneak in? Or
the next workshop actually is in Temecula. There's room there, but there's no room tonight.
So that one's full.
Overpacked.
So folks need to plan ahead if they want to go to Temecula and see you up there.
Yes.
Very good. You're just give me, just before we go, your overall impression. Are we getting through this? Can we get through this? Or has the financial scene changed forever? And do we need to get used to a new reality?
Oh, you know what? Everybody's talking about the new norms. Those new norms are people are going to move from saving to spending. We do not have the credit anymore to go out and buy a boat, redo our homes, pay for the kids' colleges.
All that equity in the homes is gone because home values have dropped. And that's what everybody was borrowing against to go out and buy the toys.
Oh, yeah. And each time you see another stimulus, that keeps putting this bogey down the road. And right now we have a number of businesses that don't have a firm ground to move forward, so they're not hiring. And that creates people who are not spending because they're not sure. And most of our economy, or 70% of that, is people spending. And if they're not spending, businesses aren't spending, which means it's a bad cycle.
Okay. Steve Sexton, the Sexton Advisory Group, great to have you here.
Thanks,
Thank you so much. And we'll put more information on our website, direct folks in your direction to get more information.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming in.